What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeremy Speaks, and I'm coming at y'all again today with another video. And this video is none other than my solo Belle Collective Season 3 Episode 2 review. I will be also reaching out to Chef Dun Dun to do our our combined review as well. But I wanted to also do this myself because I have a lot of stuff I wanted to say. Let's get started here. Hey everybody, how y'all doing? I just wanted to let y'all know, thank y'all so much for your well wishes and things like that. It's been real hard on you, boy. I really had like a hit to my confidence and whatever the case may be when it came to my channel, ever since, I've been, getting targeted or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna power through and we're gonna do what we need to do and get what we need to do done, period. Okay. So, hey, everybody. So let's get it started here. So the scene starts up with us at, the scene where we left off last week with Latrice, Josh, and Amanda, watching Latrice basically get demeaned by her husband. Now, this is when Latrice lets us know, he has my location. Her friend says, oh, so he has your location. He has my location. Lets me know that there's like a layer of trust that's not there between the two. And we really need to get into that. He always assumes I'm doing something and pops up and makes a scene. Well, that's because Latrice, he's older. He's an older man. He's possessive. He feels that he knows that you are too good for him. He knows that you are at a place right now in your life where you can easily get any man you want. So he's keeping you under lock and key to make sure you ain't around no other men. And he's going to continue to do that to make sure that you're always going to be underneath his radar. And it's kind of weird to me how she can't really see the fact that this man is insecure. It's like she's a little bit blind to it. And I don't understand that. Then she says, I feel like a kid at a school dance with my parents chaperoning. The fact that you can even claim that you feel like you are a child and your man is treating you like a child at a prom or at a school dance is literally mind-boggling to me. And at what point do we realize that it's not even about protection anymore? It's about control. It's about the fact that this man wants to see you underneath him, wants to see where you're going, who you with, to make sure he can keep tabs on you, to keep you in the same place that he wants you to be, so you don't grow past him. Because Cliff has already reached his prime and passed. Cliff is at a point right now where he cannot grow. He's mentally pigeonholed in the same place, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And he knows that. And it really does bother me because what we're witnessing here is abuse. You get what I'm saying? What we're witnessing here is a woman literally being chipped away at, a woman who's literally being demeaned, a woman who's literally being stifled. And sometimes my heart breaks for women when they get married, because I always feel that there's a sense of control and power within themselves that they lose. And they're at that point, they're going to be controlled. They're going to be told what to do, like forced to fit into a container that is too small for them. And I hate that. She says to her friend, she says, this all, goes back to my childhood, because I saw my dad get aggressive with my mom growing up. I tend to take a lot from men that normal people wouldn't. And I hope by men, we all know that you mean by Cliff. And that's another thing. It's like she tries to protect him. And I understand that that's your husband, but you can't even verbalize the fact that this man basically tries his best to intimidate you to get the things that he wants to get out of you. And this is what happens, y'all, when a woman dates a man and they are trying to heal trauma through a man that they bring into their life, and they end up slipping back into that repetitious cycle that they seen their parents in, that they've witnessed, and that they didn't want to be in themselves. She literally says, I literally saw my mom go through this aggressive relationship with my dad, and now I'm with a man who's aggressive. My thing is, Latrice, when you were growing up, you literally saw that really affected your mom in a negative way. You saw that your mom didn't bloom or blossom through that type of treatment. And your mom even said on previous seasons that she don't even like Cliff because he reminds her a lot of your dad. But you get with him and you say that I'm not gonna hop ahead, but you get with him and you say that you don't want to believe that it's controlling. You want to believe it's protection. But I'm going to get into that a little bit more. But I'm saying that, like, this is why therapy is so necessary. This is why it's necessary to really go and talk to people if you have the ability to do so financially, monetarily, because we all know you dress buku down and designer, you pretty as hell. You have all of these amazing qualities. Go and get the help that you need, because until then, you're going to continue to find yourself in a cycle of abuse over and over and over again, even if she does leave Cliff after this, unless she really goes and get the help that she needs so she can get out of this mindset to where she's looking for a father figure in a man that she's also dating, which is yuck, which is gross, by the way. She's going to continue to be in, another repetitious cycle of abuse. She's going to go from one man that does it to another that does it. Like the problem really is inside of Latrice. Latrice has to understand that she deserves more than what she's getting. Latrice has to understand that she deserves more than an old ass pot belly ass man trying to tell her what to do with green eyes. I do not like Cliff. I do not like that mucus green slime monster. I cannot stand Cliff. Cliff look like he sweats all day. Like he's always a little bit tart and moist. Like he always has like a thin layer of sweat on him. Like I just want to wipe that nigga down with a Clorox wipe. But I'm not gonna. Sorry. Anyway, let me continue. So Josh comes in, y'all. Josh comes in, and this is when Josh says hi to Cliff. He didn't know Cliff was going to be there. Cliff ain't speaking to him. He was like, "Oh, you mad at me? You mad at me?" He was like, "I ain't mad at nobody." Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Cliff. Be a man. So but I understand that Cliff is not the type to do this stuff on camera. He wants to wait until the cameras are off to do all of this. So this is when Latrice says, "Oh, he on your ass. He on your ass," and this is when Josh says, what did I do? Like, why is he on my ass? What did I do to piss him off? Because Josh is saying, I don't know anything about what's going on in this scene. And this brings me to another thing. I doubt that Cliff is even upset at Josh in this moment. What Cliff is upset at is that Latrice went to go do a scene without him. Latrice did not include him and did not let him know, but he knows that's that's controlling. He knows that that's messed up. He knows that it kind of gives the viewpoint that he wants to not have Latrice surpass him as far as popularity, as far as success, and those things like that. So he's going to attach Josh to this situation when Josh has nothing to do with this. If you did not want Josh at the house, he would not be at that house. Cliff, if you truthfully did not want Josh at the house, he would not be at that house. He wouldn't. Like, you can't force me to keep somebody in my house that I don't want there. And I'm pretty sure that Josh has, other family or other friends that he could depend on. But if you didn't want Josh there, he would not be there. And I know you don't love Latrice so much that she was just wanting her friend to be there, even though you don't like him. Like, it's not like that, because if that was the case, you would let your wife have the freedom that she deserves. You do not want that. You ain't that mad at Josh. You're attaching Josh to the situation to validate your anger and your mistreatment of this woman on camera. And that's not okay. Don't try to drag Josh into this. You mad because your wife is successful. Your wife is out here bobbing and weaving and, doing what she needs to do in these streets to get the things that she deserves. And you're at home getting older, dying slowly. And you are insecure about that because, as each day progresses, she's either in her prime or she's reaching her prime. Whereas you passed your prime probably 20 years ago. You are knocking on the upper room door. But I ain't gonna skip ahead. Like, so this is when Josh says, you should be tired of this shit. So this is when Latrice says, shh, 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 shh. Don't talk too loud. My husband is over, like, is here. Now Cliff is starting to eavesdrop from a section with a stranger just to hear what they're saying. And this is when Josh lets us know that back before Latrice met him. Now, this lets me know how long Josh and Latrice were friends. Like, he says before Latrice met this man, Latrice was vibrant. Latrice was, she was so full of life. And now, she's so different. And that lets me know that this man is doing the work. What he's doing, it's almost like he's ripping her down, tearing her down, beating her down to where she is going to be built up in the image of what he wants her to be. Which doesn't even surprise me because later on in the season, from the previews, what we see, she talking about having a baby when she know damn well she don't want to have no kids. And if you have this man's child, Latrice, this man is going to do his best to destroy you. He is going to hold that child against you for everything that you do. You can't do this because that makes you look like a bad mom. Why are you working when you should be taking care of this child? Why are you doing this when you need to be taking care of this child? Like, Latrice, if you have a baby by that man, you are the goofiest bitch I've ever met in my life. The goofiest bitch. I swear. If you have a baby by this man, and then another thing, why would you have a baby by a man in his 60s? Like, this nigga ain't even gonna be alive for the baby to even enjoy her adulthood. Like, he gonna be dead and gone, and you gonna be left with a child by yourself. Like, that's wild. Anyway, so now Latrice is conflicted, right? Because she says she feels that her friends are saying that she's being controlled, but she wants to believe that he's trying to protect her. Latrice, was he protecting you when he called you a motherfucker? Was he protecting you when he called you a bitch? Was he protecting you, sis, when he called you a snake of all you snaky with your snake ass? Was he protecting you doing any of this? At some point, Latrice, we have to take off the rose-colored glasses, and we really have to understand what we're in is not conducive to who we want to be and where we're at in life. And we have to move on from this cycle of abuse. What you're in, this is none of that was for your protection. None of that at all. And I really wish that you would open your eyes and see that this man means you no good. He means you no good. Cliff is not who you need. You need a younger man, your age, tall, dark, handsome, muscular, successful, who can handle the woman who you are and, raise you up to be the woman who you even could be. That's even greater than you are right now. See, Cliff wants to stifle you. Cliff wants to keep you in one spot. Cliff wants to see you get old and decrepit with him in the same spot, not progressing in life. Rid yourself of this man. Stop it. Child. Anyway. So now we had So Gucci and JJ, right? So since Star got pregnant, everything has been awkward between us. Now, a lot of people love JJ. Gosh darn it, 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 gosh darn it. Everybody love JJ. Everybody love JJ, Mr. James. But I don't like that nigga. I feel in my heart of hearts, that nigga is just like Cliff, but dumber and goofier. That nigga is just like Cliff. That nigga is like Cliff, if not worse, probably behind closed doors. He's the type of person who comes off real nice, comes off, real sweet and jolly, but behind closed doors, all you got to do is just say the wrong thing and he'll black out on everybody. You won't be able to get a word in edgewise. You won't be able to plead your case. You won't be able to do anything, right? But he says since Star got pregnant, everything has been awkward between us. We see the scene between the two daughters who were beefing, Star and so Gucci's daughter, and they all talking, they won't be cousins. Girl, yes, they will be because they step cousins. Yes. Like she was like, okay, yeah. So Gucci is happy because the girls are finally getting along. She says that unfortunately Sky and Sanjay are not with it because Selena is salting their minds with, thoughts that So Gucci is talking about her behind the scenes. Okay. We're going to get into you, So Gucci. I'm going to let y'all know right now, at the beginning of this first episode of the last season, of the last episode, I like So Gucci. And at the beginning of this episode, I was liking So Gucci, but as this episode went on, I began to see So Gucci for I feel what she really was. Now, I don't know if I completely dislike So Gucci right now, but right now it went from like to indifference because I see that she's backhanded. I see that she's sneaky. I see that she's a little bit fake, and I see that she's a liar as well. And she's a manipulator. I'm like what you're not gonna do, So Gucci, is manipulate me, okay? But I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna get into it. So this is when JJ takes Star to the side because he needs to speak to her because he's really hurt that she got married and didn't tell him and that she pregnant and didn't tell him. Now, this is when he goes into his confessional and he says, my ex Selena and I were married for 12 years, divorced for 5. The kid said she didn't have nothing to do with the marriage, but I disagree because she jealous of So Gucci because she's still in love with me. She was there when they got married. And you want to know something? She feels some type of way because when you're good to a person, when you lose that person, you really realize that you messed up on somebody that's good. I guarantee you that is definitely not the case, y'all. I can guarantee that that's not the case. If anybody's in love with Selena, it's him. This man is still in love with Selena. This man is in love with Selena, and he's salting his new wife's mind to make her feel comfortable enough to disrespect his ex-wife, and he still holds a lot of feelings. And another thing, the reason that she probably was there, Mr. JJ, Gersh darn it, is because you're not easy to talk to. We haven't seen it on camera, so I cannot say, I can't verbally and confidently say it, but I can feel it right here. You're not easy to talk to. You talk over people and you're controlling and you're domineering. And that is why they did not feel comfortable allowing you to come to the wedding, because they felt that at some point you were not going to make this an enjoyable process for them. And their mom is somebody that they can easily talk to, that they can easily be themselves around, that they can open up about things to, that they can relate to, which is why she was invited and you were not invited. But instead of trying to blame it on her, how about we look internally, Mr. Gosh darn it, and see what it is about ourselves and make our daughter feel that she cannot come to us and talk to us about such a extremely life-changing decision as getting married and having a child. Right? But let's just blame it on Selena being in love with us, because that completely makes sense, right? So at this point, Star explains that she jumped the broom because she wasn't sure how he would react. And this lets me know that you do black out probably. You probably scare the hell out of these girls when you get really upset. See that jolly old girls darn it. Don't that shit don't impress me. I've met niggas like JJ and Cliff before. One of them niggas even married my mom and abused me. A nigga who everybody thought was so funny. Everybody used to love this man. I'm talking about my stepdad. They used to love this man. He was such a good man. He everybody, everybody loved Bird. Everybody, that was his nickname. Everybody loved Bird. You know, Bird was awesome. Bird was so jovial, so kind, so funny. Everybody loved Bird. But as soon as we got behind closed doors, Bird used to drive us insane. Bird used to literally try to mentally destroy us. He permanently has fractured the relationship between me and my mom. He abused me, abused her. He was controlling, domineering. He was a divide and conquered. He divided like a relationship between me and my mom, and he conquered the both of us until I was tired of being conquered. And then he kicked me the fuck out. But anyway, but like but yeah, this that now we're at the scene with So Gucci talking to her daughter, right? The stepdaughter says that, you know, JJ really made it a way for all of them to get along now, but he's controlling, and he was so hard on Star. He didn't want people to even know that they were pregnant. And she's saying, like, how long can you hide it? But you know, we gonna see what it's gonna be like at the, you know, at the what you call it, baby shower, because you know, we gonna see. Now, so Gucci says that Sky and Sanjay feel a way about Gucci because Selena is saying she heard that she's talking about her. But then she says that that's a lie. I would never say anything about Selena. But then you literally shade her in the next breath. You say Selena is going to be hosting the baby shower, but I don't pay her much attention. It's like watching paint dry on the wall. Now, at what point did you not realize that you just shaded the shit out of her? Now, if you want her daughters to really want to fuck with you like that, why are you continuously shading her on camera? Why are you continuously talking about her on camera? You did that a few times on this episode. So you're not about to sit here and play in my face. And we know Selena. We know Selena. We know Selena. We know her. Like, that's another thing I did not like about this episode, y'all, is that I feel like So Gucci was trying to really act like we did not know who Selena was, especially when we got down to the baby shower. She was surprised that damn near half of Jackson, Mississippi is there. Girl, do you realize that Bring It was like on nationally syndicated television? Girl, do you realize how big that show was, and how many people know Selena, Sanjay, and Sky and Star? Not to mention that, but Star and Sky were just on the GG line for, for Alcorn. Like, they were two GGs. One of them was a co-captain. What are you talking about? Why are you so surprised? And why are you shading this woman if you want her daughters to really fuck with you like that? See, you sitting here playing games, but you mean no good. You mean no good in this relationship. But I'm really gonna get into you. So now we at Tamara Cherie's tailgate. We at Tamara Cherie's tailgate, you guys. And she says, my manager Quasi set up the hosting and he's always with me. Y'all want to know something? It's very strange to me how people always saying niggas be with them all the time, but I never see these motherfuckers on camera. What is about that? Has he always been there, or did you just start bringing this nigga around currently? Because you don't want to be with Devon. But then again, who would want to be with Damon anyway? Damon is an ancient nigga who literally doesn't even respect your job, respect who you are as a person. Just say you don't want to be with the man and you want to fuck with Quasi. But it is kind of unprofessional for you to be fucking your manager like that. If you are, I can't say that you are, but it definitely gives, Quasi. Oh my God. So Tamara says, I invited all of the girls, and whatever the case may be. So Gucci pops up. She says, I was just surprised that you invited me. Of course, girl, you're always going to be invited. Girl, you always have an invite. Now, this is when we see the other ladies say their things in a confessional. So Letitia says she didn't get an invite, but she wouldn't have gone anywhere. There's not a lack in invites. Latrice says she wasn't invited, but anytime Latrice is on the scene, that is a scene. So I'm pretty sure that your tailgate won't be much. Latrice, I'm sorry to inform you, sweetie. Like when Latrice is on the scene, Cliff is right behind her to cause another motherfucking scene to drag your ass back into the house where you belong. In his opinion, not mine. But I don't know. You can't be you can't be getting abused and then want to be a bitch too. I'm sorry. Like you can't be cocky while a nigga is going upside your head telling you what and what not to do. You can't be a boss bitch with other people and then want to boss up and tell tell other people this, tell other people that, and then when you go home, your nigga barking at you in the corner. I don't like that. Y'all, this is why I can't really fuck with Latrice. I cannot. And so after that, we see then we see Marie said that she isn't attending because Tamara keeps lying, and Ikea said that she had no plans on going. Ikea, I guarantee you wasn't invited anyway, sweetie. She didn't want your presence there. But anyway, but like I noticed something, y'all, and maybe it's just me. I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy because y'all gonna say I'm doing this because I don't like other people. But why is everybody mad at Tamara? Now, yes, Tamara was lying and getting caught in lies last year about her relationship with Damon, and doing the whole thing with with Ikea. But my thing is, y'all hoes didn't even like Ikea anyway like that. Y'all didn't like her like that anyway. And I'm saying, why are we holding Tamara accountable and giving her all of these boundaries, but not the niggas that are going around cheating on y'all, fucking these hoes unprotected, and also stalking y'all and doing other shit. So we ain't fucking with Tamara. We got all the smoke for Tamara, but we ain't got no smoke for Glenn. So much so that this nigga fucked another bitch, and then after all of the shit that y'all went through last season, he goes and it slides in other bitches' DMs afterwards, and then you give him some pussy after the reunion, but you mad at Tamara over her not even being real about fucking with like Ikea, even though you don't even like Ikea anyway, Latrice. I mean Letitia. And Latrice, you don't really like Ikea like that either. And Marie, you don't even like Ikea like that. And let's be real here. How many of y'all are really being honest about what y'all going through in y'all relationships? I just want to know. Because according to Latrice, she like Daddy's a good man. But last time I checked, Daddy called you a motherfucker, a bitch, and a snake outside and yanked you up by your arm. Then we got Glenn out here playing around in people's faces. We don't know if you living with him, if you with him, or you not with him. We don't know anything about your enterprise. What does your enterprise do? What is going on in the enterprise? Y'all are some liars. Why are we holding Tamara to such a high level and not nobody else? I just want to know, is it just me? Because I swear that everybody else is in terrible relationships and they not being honest with themselves or honest about it. I can guarantee you that Josh seen a lot more than what he's allowing us to know between Latrice and Cliff. I guarantee you it's a lot of stuff that Latrice is not being honest about when it comes to the relationship between her and Glenn. Not only that, but she was also lying about you bringing around that girl last season to piss Tamara off and start some mess with her. Let's also be real about that. On top of them lies about you really trying to help Fair Street, and we ain't seen you do a damn thing for Fair Street yet. I'm just saying, y'all, why we all holding Tamara to this pinnacle of truth. Yeah, the bitch is fake. Yeah, the bitch a liar. But a lot of you hoes on this show is fake liars. The only real one I feel on this show is Marie. Honestly. I don't know what Letitia do. I don't know what the fuck the Enterprise is enterprising. I don't trust Letitia. Y'all already know I don't really see it for Latrice. Keisha fake. She like in slightly colorist. So Gucci is a fucking mess and fake and a liar. But I guess, child. But whatever. So Gucci is introduced to Quasi, right? Oh my God, Gucci, this is Quasi. He's my manager. Oh, this is your manager. Oh, and then here comes Gucci in the confessional saying, like, I guess that's her manager, but it's kind of giving me her man. But at the end of the day, they all had a good time at the tailgate. None of the other women was there. Marie was invited, but she didn't show up. Right? So let's move on. So now we're at Cliff, James, and Glenn. Gosh darn it, I got you some deer meat, some deer, the deer jerky, gosh darn it, right? James says to Cliff, so Gucci is mad because Latrice closed with another agent. Cliff says so Gucci wasn't going hard enough. Y'all, listen. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all already know I don't see it for Latrice. Y'all already know I don't see it for her. Y'all already know I don't see it for Queen. But so Gucci, I have a question for you. Why you didn't get an exclusivity agreement? Why you didn't make her sign an exclusivity agreement? You can't get mad at her for doing something with another agent if you did not document a exclusivity agreement, so she cannot go to somebody else. So you're wasting your time, right? Isn't that like real estate, like one-on-one? Like why are we dragging this out? Latrice is not even talking about this woman like that. And she just keeps on bringing up this 4,000 square foot, office building that she did not close on, that somebody else closed on. What I'm saying, sis, if you could not get it, what did you expect the woman to do? Especially if you didn't make her sign an exclusivity agreement. Now, I will admit, it was kind of shady for Latrice not to call you and let you know what she was going to do and then post it on social media when she knows that you're still out there searching for her. I will give you that, but I don't feel like it warrants all of this anger and all of this, talking about it and all of these different scenes, sis. At the end of the day, you didn't sign it. You didn't get her to sign an exclusivity agreement. You didn't do your documentary work to make sure that she was not going to be able to waste your time like she did. Anybody to blame, it's on you. Jesus. JJ says the Latrice has problems with everybody, always causing confusion. JJ, I'm gonna need you to, one, sit back. Two, go to your nearest preschool hooked on phonics and slow paced learning school and sign yourself up, for a few classes. I don't know. It's something about it's something very minstrel show about JJ. It's like a shucking and jiving. Yeah. It's giving me, tap dancing for watermelon slices in front of the NAACP like headquarters with black face and red lip. It's giving me that. Like, how long are you gonna be an embarrassment on this show, JJ? When are you gonna grow up? Huh, JJ? When you gonna grow up? Did you really think did you really think the word was confusion? You never heard nobody say confusion before? Huh, JJ? Or is this all an act to make you seem more comical, to make you seem more, enjoyable? Gersh darn it, gersh darn it, gersh darn it, gersh darn it, gersh darn it. Right? Is that what this is? Is it an act? Or are you really this dumb? I don't know, but either way, you need to cut it the fuck out because it's not entertaining and it's very annoying. And it gets annoying very fast. I don't like to see this man too much on my screen, y'all. I don't like it. I don't like to see him too much on my screen. But I'm gonna move on because I ain't trying to light him up that much. So gosh darn it, Letitia husband Glenn pops up. Gosh darn it, he needs to eat some deer jerky, gosh darn it. Y'all. Y'all, I hate these JJ scenes. It's too niggery for me. It's too niggery for me. I can't. I really can't. I can't do it. I'm trying, but I can't. Okay. So Glenn is he sits down and he's talking to everybody, right? Now, this is when, Cliff says that he spoke to Letitia. Letitia going to go get an apartment or whatever the case may be. And then this one, Glenn is saying, at the end of the day, I basically tried to show her that I love her. But at the end of the day, if it ain't good enough, it ain't good enough. Glenn, you really piss me the fuck off. You niggas will do everything except take responsibility for your actions. You want to know what would show Latrice that you love her? Huh? If you grew the fuck up. If you stopped going around fucking other bitches, acting like you was in high school, like you were in college, and be a fucking man. Be there for your fucking family. Be there for your fucking son. Be an example of how your son should treat a woman. Be an example of how you should care and love your body enough not to be going to fuck all of these random hoes unprotected. Honoring your wife, treating her like she is the prize that she is, treating her like you don't want to lose her. That will allow her to know that you love her. Just saying that stupid ass shit while doing the fuck shit that you're doing, you little bitch. That don't mean shit. You niggas always think that you just because you say that you love, I love you. Okay, I fucked a couple of bitches. Okay, I got a couple hoes pregnant, but I love you. Fuck your love, you piece of shit. You literally are the fucking worst. And the fact that he's like, he don't even want to take responsibility. And Letitia, you really got to stop fucking around with this man. You really got to stop entertaining him. You really got to cut this man off. You really have to move on with your life because this man gonna hurt you. And I'm talking about physically. He's dangerous. He's deranged. He's a narcissist. He is a sociopath. And you really need to take responsibility for constantly having this man around you. You need to move away. You need to do something because this man ain't safe. You ain't safe around him. Okay, this man can't be trusted. We got to take this type of stuff seriously. Like Glenn is trying to hold on to you and force you to accept the bare minimum. Not even a bare minimum, the bare negative. The absolute negative this nigga is trying to get you to accept. Like fucking other hoes, lying to you, talking to you crazy, not honoring you, not holding true to his word, not being a representation of his son, being immature, being jealous, being shysty, a liar, a cheater, possibly abusive. All of these things. Oh, Jesus. Now, y'all, this is when I get really confused because I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not country and I'm from the West Coast, but the rest of this conversation really kind of like confused me because we began to talk about trucks, people names on the trucks, and I'm not too sure, but I don't know if Cliff is saying this and JJ has alluded to this, but are they saying that Selena had sex with Cliff? Are they saying that Cliff and Selena was having sex? Is that what they saying? Like, let me know in the comments if y'all, it was something about a truck, a name on a truck, Selena, and then him talking to one of the people exes, and then he stopped it when he found out. But y'all, this shit was so fucking country and yuck mouth that I could not understand what I was listening to. I really couldn't. I couldn't tell you. I was like, what in the fuck? And I rewound it like 3 times. I was like, I don't understand what is being said. Is this how country people communicate in Mississippi? I was like, this is insane, y'all. Crazy, huh? But let me move on. Like, I don't know. Is this the way they talking out there? So now we had Josh and Latrice's scene, y'all. Let me slow down. Cause I feel like I'm rushing. Okay. So Latrice says that she's made Josh aware of all of the things that Cliff said because she wants him to be in the know and know how Cliff is feeling. Josh says that Cliff was yelling, calling him out of his name, pointing, and he was feeling very hurt about this. He's feeling, very, emotional. I'm a little bit side-eyeing Josh because I'm saying you can't be out here calling people out, saying shit to people and not expect them to also come at you with the base level of things that they're gonna say, which is that you're gay, that you're an F word and all of this other stuff. Like that's like base level insults to gays. You gotta grow your skin a little bit thicker, sis. Like, I'm not saying that it's okay that he did that, but I'm saying if you're out here going at it verbally, trying to check, old school countryman, the automatic thing that you should expect him to call you is an F word. I wouldn't even be shake. That nigga got one ankle in the dirt. Like, I wouldn't even let that nigga shake me like that. Okay. But he asked, am I even secure? Because you listen to everything he says. She says, I'm my own woman. I make my own decisions. Right? I pay all of this myself. I finance my own business. But at the end of the day, you are allowing a man to control you, so you are not trusted. See, this is the thing. This is the sad part when gay men are friends with straight women. And I hope y'all don't try to. Well, I honestly don't give a fuck what y'all have to say. But like a lot of times, us as LGBT men, we are there for Black women. We care about them. And I'm just saying Black women because I'm Black, but I'm saying all women. And a lot of times we see them in relationships with men who don't treat them well, who don't honor them the way that we see them as these beautiful, exotic, celestial beings, right? And we try to speak up and say, you don't deserve this. You deserve more. Not only that, but you're venting to us. You're coming to us and telling us how you feel and how you're hurt. So us being men, because at the end of the day, sexuality aside, we're still men. And we still have that protective spirit. We want to see you in a better situation. And then after all of that, you go back to the abuse and then you choose your abuser over us. And then eventually y'all end up breaking up, or he ends up taking you up out of here, or you end up getting played and end up leaving him after such amount of time. Do you want to crawl back to the friendship that you just threw to the wayside because of a man who's not even honoring you and loving you the way that you deserve to be loved or treated? And I was there trying to tell you how much more you deserve, that this is not worth what you are, that you're worth so much more than what you're getting. And this happens time and time again. And I literally seen this coming like a mile away when I saw Josh and Latrice last season. I just said, like, this friendship ain't gonna last. This friendship is gonna run its course because Latrice is in an abusive relationship and she's being controlled, and the friendship is going to be fractured because of that. Because even though you're a gay man, you still love and want to protect this woman who's your friend. Not only because that's your friend, because that's a woman, and that's a natural instinct for us men who are raised right, regardless if we suck a dick or not, if we eat ass or not, right? So Latrice cries and apologizes on Cliff's behalf. And Latrice says that she wants Josh in her life. She's trying to be a good friend. This is when Josh says, but no, you were not a good friend. I really loved how Josh was able to communicate his feelings and his thoughts so eloquently and so articulated, throughout this whole conversation. I really love that. He says, you were not a good friend. You silently sat there and let him disrespect me. She says that her sitting silent sometimes, she just thinks that it's going to make the situation better. You hear that? That's silence. I'm doing a review right now, right? Now, if I just sat silent, does that make this review better? Silence doesn't make anything better when you're going through issues. that you need to address. What makes it better is you addressing it when it happens and using all of that, that boss bitch energy that you want to use with everybody else. When you're talking about Latrice is the scene, Latrice is this, so Gucci, man is still in love with Selena. Take all of that mouth, all of that shit that you're talking about other people, and direct that to the nigga that's cussing you the fuck out in the parking lot instead of the other women. And this is why I'm gonna move on. I'm really trying to be delicate about this situation because I know that Latrice deserves some understanding, but she is so fucking unlikable to me. I do not like her. I do not, y'all. I'm trying. But I am calling out other people that's wrong in situations. At least I'm doing that. I'm not biased, but I just don't like her. So this is when Josh says, I'm removing myself from the Tree and Cliff situation. You cry out for help, then go back, and I'll always come second to your marriage. Latrice says, I don't cry out for help. I'm crying, because I'm venting to you. But if you're venting about a man abusing you, if you're venting to him about a man mistreating you, talking to you wrong, trying to control you, do you not think that this man is going to want to protect you as your best friend? Do you think that this man who's been your friend for years will just sit there and not try to help you out of a situation where he knows that your life is in danger, Latrice? Damn. Let me move on. Latrice, please, I'm begging you, lead this man. Lead this man. Do not let this man take the person who you are and make you something that you're not. I could really vibe with Latrice if she was not with Cliff. Like I could vibe with the boss bitch energy, but it's not real because you can't be a boss bitch and then getting controlled, cussed out, and dragged up and down the parking lot outside the M bar. You just can't. So now we got Gucci's fitness event, right? Latrice says to her friend, to her friend Tamara. I'm sorry, not Latrice, but so Gucci says to Tamara, Latrice closed a 4,000 foot property with an agent that wasn't me. Once again, why are we talking about this? Once again, why are we continually bringing this up? This is the second episode, and this is like the 8th time we heard it. Why you're asking her why she did that? You need to ask yourself why you didn't try to get her to sign an exclusivity agreement. Why? Why didn't you do that? Stop bringing this shit up. Move on. Move on with your life. Move on. It's annoying me. We keep on talking about the same thing. Like, what else is going on, Gucci? What else? What else? Okay, she wrong for that. But instead of you being, let me not jump ahead. All right. So everybody show up, with the exception of Latrice and Marie. They start working out. Letitia says that she thought this was going to be yoga. Obviously, so Gucci lied to get some of these big bitches up in here. Big bitches, I say that with love. She lied to get some of these big bitches up in here to do some of these workouts because she knew damn well she had said boot camp. A lot of them would not come. And I do not blame them because I work out constantly and a bitch be ready to quit before I get out of the bed to go do it. Okay, listen. I ain't gonna hold. But all of a sudden, Latrice pops up. She late. So Gucci is being passive aggressive, yelling over the bullhorn about Latrice, you're lame. Latrice, might I add that? So Gucci's voice is fucking annoying, by the way. It's so nasally and high pitched. Like, Latrice, you're late. Latrice, you're late. And I'm up here thinking, like, girl, if you're mad, just say that. Just say that. Just pull her to the side and have a conversation and just say, what you did hurt me. What you did really hurt my feelings. And I just want to communicate that to you. But the way you're going about this is so spiteful and vengeful that regardless of how you feel, the reaction that you're going to get is going to be spiteful because you're inciting spite from this woman while you're trying to embarrass her and talk about her over this bullhorn because she's 15 minutes late. Marie then shows up even later than Latrice. And she's up to like, hey girl, you late, but your outfit cute though. I'm up here like, okay, so we're not gonna sit here and talk about Marie, even though that she late, but you're gonna do this about Latrice. Just say that you mad. Just pull Latrice to the side so y'all can have a conversation. Y'all in the park. Y'all in the park. This is the perfect place to do this. Y'all in y'all workout gear. You can do a cartwheel if you're mad. Get the energy out. Like this is the time to do it, sis. What's going on? So fucking old face, but so fucking immature. I can't stand women like this. Um. So Tamara approaches Marie and she says, "Now Marie, now I invited you to the tailgate, but you did not come. Why didn't come?" Marie says, well, it's because before she even get a word out, Latrice comes over there and stands over there. I'm gonna be like, Latrice, you know Marie don't like you. Why are you even going over there near her? But okay. Marie moves away. Marie goes over there with So Gucci and says, I don't even play them type of games. I don't fuck with her. The way she did you, So Gucci, she did some snake ass shit. First of all, Marie, you're not mad at what she did to So Gucci. You just don't like her. So anything that she does, you're gonna try to make that another point against her. But I'm saying bring up the fact, and like mind y'all, I will always be Team Marie when it comes to Latrice. But I'm saying like Latrice, if you don't like Marie, I mean Marie, if you don't like Latrice, that's on you. Don't like her. You don't have to like her, but you don't have to try to convince everybody else to dislike her as well, right? That's not cool. Like Latrice definitely was at the last reunion being dumb as hell and being very, 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 very immature when she said she wouldn't stop bringing up the whole, business thing, as far as like the the methadone clinic, as that type of stuff. But Marie ain't even bringing that up. So I'm saying like y'all are not. If y'all have issues, point out what is coming from. Okay. Otherwise, the audience is confused because we don't remember this type of stuff, right? We're not sitting here, 8 years later, trying to remember what was said. You got to remind us what you mad at. What you mad at again? It's time to move on, sis. Y'all are part of the same show. The lady gonna be here. You might as well. We all know that Latrice got a little line problem, so we just gonna move on. We believe you. We ain't seeing you lie yet. It's okay, Marie. Stop letting this lady get underneath your skin like that. It's so pitiful and pathetic to watch. And please stop trying to get everybody to hate this lady. Okay. Latrice and Tisha pressed Tamara about not getting invited to the to the tailgate. Letitia said the Bells always support one another. I was like, well, just a second ago in the confessional, you said you wasn't gonna go anyway. So do y'all support each other? Tamara said in a flashback that she invited the girls, but now she's saying that she expected So Gucci to extend an invitation to Marie. I mean, like to Letitia and Latrice. Mind you, she called Marie and invited her personally, but Marie didn't come. And it's just, child. Tamara fake, and Tamara is definitely not real. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think that it's so much so that it's damaging or annoying to the point where I want to get upset and yell at her. I just don't see it that way. To me, it just seems as if I just can't trust her and I'm going to just have to move accordingly. I'm going to just be cordial and do what I got to do and move on. Like, but I'm not about to sit here and make a scene. Like, I don't really think that was necessary on, what's her name? On Letitia's part. But Letitia says, let me go because I don't want to be the aggressive dark-skinned black woman. And then like me and her meeting Tamara were confused because we were like, who said that? Like whoever said that you were aggressive and the dark-skinned black woman who's aggressive, it makes me wonder, did she hear that was something that was said about her off camera or behind the scenes? Because where did she pull that from? Unless you're just saying that. So you know what? I don't even know. And me coming off of the whole Real Housewives of Potomac season, I don't even want to get into that. But I just don't feel that Tamara's out here, trying to trying to unite with light skinned people, to come at Letitia. So now we at, Star baby shower. So Gucci and JJ show up and they said Selena better make sure, she has a good because she know we arrived. Here we go with more low-key shade. The ladies show up because, as we all know, Selena is from Bring It. Miss Diana. The rest of the girls, Tracy, YCDT. Like, I don't know why So Gucci's trying to act like we don't know who this woman is or who the girls are. I would be surprised if half of Mississippi was not there. Girl, what are you talking about? So Gucci looks bothered as soon as she sees Latrice. So she goes over to Latrice and says, I didn't know you were gonna come here. Apparently, Latrice has been knowing Selena for years. Selena was one of the first few people to support her business and really help get it off the ground. So she's always gonna be in debt. And she says that she was just hanging out with Selena a couple weeks ago. And so Gucci's walking around this whole mad because number one, she's mad about the whole building thing, but number two, she's mad because the baby shower that Selena planned is packed, and we all know that a lot of these women wouldn't have came if So Gucci had to throw it. A lot of these women wouldn't even know So Gucci. And then So Gucci's gonna say, well, I see that, that Star and her husband are in lawn chairs. I mean, I wouldn't have did that because when my daughter had her baby shower, they were in thrones and stuff like that. I'm gonna be like, girl, why are you such a fucking hater? Why are you such a fucking hater? Who cares? At the end of the day, they're happy. They love it. It's Star packed. They get the support and love that they need. And at the end of the day, who cares about your daughter? I don't. So you need to really keep Selena's name out your mouth, sis. Because at the end of the day, it's really coming across as if you are hating on her. And then I believe in the scene too, Selena, she had said something to Selena. Selena was like, girl, I will make sure it gets done. You're throwing shade at her because you know deep down that your man is really in love with Selena. And that's exactly what Latrice also said and echoed that sentiment. And then it kind of brought it into realization that, when JJ was talking about Selena being in love with him, he was really talking about himself being in love with her because he's the father of her kids. And you salty about that. Selena was never a person about drama. Selena was never a vengeful or vindictive or nasty person. So I don't believe that's her, that's her MO. But I have seen those traits from you on the show this whole episode, though, Miss Gucci, Sophia. So then Latrice and So Gucci go outside to have a conversation, right? They go and have a conversation. And this is when So Gucci says to Latrice, you really didn't tell me about you going to go, do the signing with somebody else. Latrice says in her confessional that has nothing to do with her. She ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. It's business. And I'm saying it would be nice for you to do that because she is your friend, but I understand that it is business. But you also have to understand that she really thought that you would at least call her and tell her. I can understand if you wanted to move forward with somebody else, but you could at least gave her a phone call so she's not still searching for stuff for you, and then she just see you sign with somebody else after she did all of this work. That's fucked up, Latrice, and that's why people still call you a snake. But anyway, y'all, I think that's the end of the review. I hope you guys really enjoyed the review, and I hope that you guys really like this. I think I went into depth. I think I enjoyed this. I love every single one of y'all. I want y'all to know, thank y'all so much for supporting me, supporting my channel. I love every single one of y'all. Y'all deserve to be here. You are loved. You are meant to be here. You have a purpose. And if nobody ever told y'all, I love you, okay? And I hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful rest of y'all day. Here's a hug if y'all need one. I hope you felt that because I know I did, okay, y'all? Now I gotta go. I gotta get up into the shower, get up out of here, and go about my day, okay? Peace.